My family hurt my child and expected me to stay silent. Instead, I took her to the hospital, pressed charges, and ended their perfect lives. Sophie is 6. Last Sunday, we were at my parents' house for a cookout. It was supposed to be a normal family gathering, burgers on the grill, kids running through the sprinklers, the usual chaos. My sister Emma was there with her 3 kids, showing off like always. Her husband was talking about his new promotion. My mom was fussing over Emma's potato salad like it was a 5-star dish. Sophie was being so good. She always tries extra hard at these things, like she can sense she's not the favorite. She was sitting quietly at the picnic table with her plate, eating her sandwich first like I taught her. She'd saved her cupcake for last, the one with pink frosting and sprinkles that she'd been eyeing all afternoon. Then Emma's daughter decided she wanted Sophie's cupcake instead of her own untouched one sitting right in front of her. She reached across the table and grabbed for it. Sophie pulled her plate back. "That's mine. You have your own." Emma's daughter grabbed harder. Sophie held on. The plate flipped between them, and chocolate frosting splattered across Emma's daughter's white dress. The screaming started immediately. Emma came running over like her kid had been attacked. "What did you do?" She was already in Sophie's face before I could even stand up. "It was an accident," I said, moving between them. "Your daughter tried to take Sophie's cupcake, so now you're calling my daughter a liar?" Emma's voice went sharp and cold. My dad heard the commotion and came over from the grill, beer in hand. He looked at the frosting on his golden grandchild's dress, then looked at Sophie. His face went red. "Apologize. Right now." "Dad, she doesn't need to apologize. She was just..." I said now. He grabbed Sophie's arm, his fingers digging in so hard she cried out. He started dragging her toward the house. I moved to follow, but my mom stepped in front of me. "Let him handle it." "Handle what? She's 6 years old." Emma grabbed my other arm from behind. "Maybe if you actually disciplined her, this wouldn't happen." I tried to pull away, but they held me tight. Through the sliding glass door, I could see my dad dragging Sophie into the living room. I watched him unbuckle his belt and pull it through the loops. "Dad, stop, please." I was fighting against my mom and sister, but they wouldn't let go. The first hit landed across Sophie's back. She screamed for me, a sound I'll never forget. I was clawing at my mom's arms, trying to break free. The second hit, the third. Sophie tried to curl into a ball on the floor. My mom slapped me across the face. "Be quiet, you're making it worse." The fourth hit, the fifth. Sophie's screams got weaker. By the 7th hit, she went completely silent, just collapsed there on the carpet. My dad stepped back, breathing hard, buckling his belt. Emma finally let go of my arms. "There," she said. "Maybe now she'll learn some respect." I ran inside. Sophie wasn't moving. There was blood on her dress from where the belt had broken skin. Her eyes were closed. I scooped her up. She was so light, so small, and carried her to my car. My mom called after me from the porch. "If you leave like this, don't bother coming back." I drove straight to the ER. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely hold the wheel. Sophie was breathing, but barely responsive. The doctor took one look at her and called for a trauma team. They counted 12 separate impact marks. She had a concussion from hitting her head when she fell. Internal bruising. They admitted her overnight for observation. A social worker came to my room, then 2 police detectives. I told them everything, every single detail. They asked if anyone else saw it happen. "My whole family watched," I said. "My mom and sister held me back while he did it." I pressed charges that night. Assault causing bodily harm against my dad. Forcible confinement against my mom and Emma for restraining me while they knew a child was being hurt. The trial moved fast. The medical records were damning. Sophie's injuries were photographed, documented, undeniable. My dad's lawyer tried to argue it was discipline that went too far. The prosecutor called it what it was: child abuse. The jury took 90 minutes. Guilty on all counts. My dad got 4 years in prison. My mom and Emma got 18 months each. And in the civil suit that followed, they lost everything, paying legal fees, their house, their retirement savings. Emma's marriage fell apart, and her husband left her the day the verdict came in. Sophie's in therapy now, and slowly healing. They're all exactly where they belong.